before he was the head coach of the Detroit Lions.
We're going to kick you in the teeth. All right, and when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you.
Well, he never liked losing.
He didn't like losing.
Before he was an NFL tight end, including 3 years with the Cowboys. Before he was a Texas A&M Aggie, Dan Campbell was the pride of Glen Rose, Texas, a small town 50 miles southwest of Fort Worth.
I mean, those were great years. Wouldn't trade it for anything.
Before all else, Dan is the youngest son of Larry and Betty Campbell.
He was that at 7,
Yeah.
6, playing baseball. I mean, whatever he played, it was intense, passionate. You knew he was going to be a leader, had that personality.
What you see on Hard Knocks, that's the same kind of guy he was back then.
If you call him Daniel, you call him Dan, you call him Boone. It just depends on when you knew him and where you knew him.
At Glen Rose High, Dan Boone Campbell played football, basketball, and ran track.
Such a joy to coach.
Richard Dye was the assistant coach for all 3 sports.
Quite frankly, for me, I'd never coached anybody like that in my life.
You had to go full force because he was going to let you know he's there.
Alan West was Dan's teammate in the early 90s. He's now the sheriff of Somerville County.
Well, you know, we're always a Dallas Cowboy fan around here, but I've always pulled for wherever he's at.
He's not the only one.
See what I got on? I'm not rooting against the Cowboys, but I would never not support my Peeps.
The blood, sweat, and tears that happen right here, they keep a unique bond that you'll always have.
Dan Campbell, the pride of Glen Rose, Texas, and still is to this day.
You going to the game? If you are, how about picking me up and taking me?
In Glen Rose, I'm Jonah Javad.
I don't want to fight that traffic.